Well, here we are, about a month since the last time I filmed. I'm in probably the most worn sweater in videos and content over the last couple of years, and I just made my first batch of orange peel tea of the fall winter season. Organic orange peels, cinnamon stick, fennel seeds, a couple of cloves, a quarter of a red onion, fresh turmeric and fresh ginger. Hats off to Organic Olivia. She has created an immunity orange peel tea revolution. So we're back and we survived our wedding weekend. For anybody that didn't know, we decided to have a proper wedding ceremony and celebration. We had eloped several years ago, but never got to have any sort of wedding. I'm not really a wedding person, but here we are, having found ourselves just executed an out-of-state wedding during the insanity of the world. It was a very interesting experience. I am so glad it's over. The event was beautiful. There'll be upcoming wedding related content for anyone interested, but as probably will not surprise you, it's going to be on Patreon. I'm going to be doing a podcast episode on a recap of the actual day, as well as the emotional aspects of both the planning and the wedding, because there were some unexpected things that happened. There were some really nice things that happened, and kind of what I took away from the experience. And then I've gotten requests to do some more visual breakdowns of my wedding look, hair, makeup, dress, accessories, shoes, all of that, the floral. So I'm probably going to include that as a video option for the poll for December. I'll just get these announcements out of the way before we get into our collective beauty therapy, today's video, which is going to be an unboxing. So this month on Patreon, it looks like the option that's going to win is a holiday shopping guide. So I did one on Patreon last year, and that's what looks like is going to win for this month. There was also a runner-up to do a talk on brands that I may or may not be changing my mind on, like Agent Nature and Living Libations were two examples I gave. I'm probably going to do that as a podcast episode because it does seem that there's pretty substantial interest in that, and it's really more than just those brands. It's related to this deeper interrogation of the self and whatnot. And I had talked about some of that in a video I did on Patreon at the end. Well, I published it at the beginning of this month in November, which was a talk on my current COVID perspectives and seasonal wellness prep. So I haven't seen you guys here on YouTube since A Night for Green Beauty 2019 awards. I feel like that video was quite well received, and it seemed like you guys were quite interested in the concept behind that project. So I'm taking requests for other lists that you would like me to tackle next. It's about a 6-month process. If you have any requests for an awards list or a bestseller list that you would like to see me get started on, please submit your requests below in the comments, or you can always email me lamourlamusique@gmail.com. Apparently a lot happened beauty-wise while we were out of town for the wedding. I came back and swung by my P.O. box, and all of this was there waiting. So since I kind of collected it all at once, I usually go to my P.O. box like twice a week, but to have it kind of all come in at once, I was like, I'm gonna do a video, and I'm gonna be playing around with some of the stuff on my live stream that I'm doing tomorrow for Patreon. But I do live Get Ready With Me's every week, usually Friday mornings, sometimes they're on the weekends. There's PR, a gift from a past podcast guest, and then I had placed a Beauty Heroes order during their 20% off sale. So why don't we start with the Beauty Heroes order. So as you probably know, I place Beauty Heroes orders, I would say every couple months. I just invariably need to restock on things, or they've been carrying a lot of new brands and products. So there's always just something that kind of piques my interest. Let me refresh myself. I did get the LAMOUR promotion, and they were also running a little extra deal. Okay, so there's two brand new to me items, and they're both makeup items. The Rituel de Fille Celestial Sphere Eye Soot in the color Andromeda. Okay, what to say about this brand and these? Whoa. Whew. I just saw the photo of this and it's one of those things that doesn't make a lot of sense because I have very little occasion to wear a product like this. Ritual de Fille tried a bunch of things, a bunch of different products from the brand. I have been using them a lot, I would say, over the last year. Overall, I think the quality is good. I think their packaging has some issues. I think their shelf life preservation has some issues. I have one of the Ash and Ember eye soots in Half Light, so it's like kind of an everyday neutral. I'm gonna swatch this. I have to. Oh my goodness, it's like so moist. I know a lot of people hate that word. When I saw this color on the Beauty Heroes site, I just had to have it. So this is definitely a bit of a different texture than the Ash and Ember eye soot. It's more of like a gelée or like a cream. A different formula. I would venture to guess that it may not have very long wear time on the lids, but probably with an eye primer, it could be worked with. So I'm going to be playing around with that for sure tomorrow. I wish that they just didn't give so much product. Like, who could ever get through this much eyeshadow? It just is not tenable. And then I was recommended to get this product. It's the Fit Glow Correct Plus corrector in the peach shade. So they have a very yellow undertoned one, and then they have this peach one. So my under eye circles have gotten pretty aggressive since I became a mom and just sleep a lot less. I've actually been using my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage under my eyes, which is not really what that product is meant for. And I've been meaning to get a new concealer. Actually, someone that I talk to every week on the Patreon live streams had suggested this, and working with a corrector, and that it was, I think she had likened it to the Tarte CC corrector, which I had used for many years. It's in past videos of mine and I had really liked. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I have high hopes and I need help. I'm also, you know, not that far away from caving and buying the Clé de Peau concealer stick, because that is the real deal. That is the real deal for under eye concealing. All right, the other things are replenishments. So I went ahead and got another refill of the Plume Nourish and Define Brow Pencil refills in Chestnut Decadence. I just bought refills of these, but I wanted to tip my order over to get the Love More. One bad thing about the Plume eyebrow pencil is you go through the refills really quickly. So I know that I'll use them. I love the product. It's like the best eyebrow product I've ever used, and the only thing wrong is that you do go through the cartridges quite fast. So these come 2 to a pack. Love. So Beauty Heroes recently started carrying Yuli. I was really surprised to see this because I don't think that Yuli is really stocked very many places at all. Kind of the last brand I would have expected to see stocked kind of anywhere, because as far as I know, they've been direct to consumer for a very long time. I decided to get the smaller size 30 ml bottle of the Yuli Halcyon cleanser. I'm on the cusp of finishing up several cleansers that would fill this step in a skincare routine, which for me is a second cleanse. Yuli Halcyon is a pretty exfoliating cleanser on me personally. It's something I could use 2 to 3 times a week, but I really loved the effect that it gave to my skin. I think last summer, or maybe even 2 summers ago, as I've completely lost track of time, but I remember loving it. So I was happy to get to have it back in my life. And then also in the cleansing department, I've been in need of a new cleansing oil. I decided to get another bottle of the Blue Alchemy cleansing oil. I've gone through a whole bottle of this, and there are so few left on the market that don't emulsify. I feel like a bunch of emulsifying balm and oil cleansers, and I am just a devotee to the traditional oil cleansing. I want the residue, I want the moisture, I want to have to do a second cleanse, I want to have to use a toner to take it off. To me, that's what imparts the most benefit from oil cleansing. So this whole trend of them emulsifying and rinsing off, some are okay. I've actually been trying the Arcana cleansing balm, which is emulsifying, but it is like it leaves behind the most beautiful moisturizing film. I think I'm going to do a podcast episode on skincare I've been recently testing, and I had made a note to talk about the Arcana cleansing balm there. Beauty Heroes is also newly carrying this line. But yeah, Blue Alchemy cleansing oil, safflower oil, sunflower seed oil, pumpkin, sesame, kakadu plum, elderberry, black cumin. I mean, just Really nice ingredients, a really nice experience. And then the LAMOUR promotion was a pie lightwork cleansing oil. I already have like 1 or 2 of these. Actually, I'm finishing a full-size bottle of the pie lightwork cleansing oil. I have another full-size bottle, and then I have several of the samples. But it's a great makeup, like eye makeup remover product. I took a small one of these to San Antonio when we were just there for the wedding. We're planning to hopefully do a little more travel this year and next, so it will definitely get used. I don't love it for all over my face, but when traveling, it's great for that. I did a whole review of this combined with the One Love Organics box that Beauty Heroes recently did. And then I think for the whole month of November, Beauty Heroes is throwing in this small size of the David's Peppermint toothpaste, like into every order. I've gone through so many tubes of this. I really like it. I've more recently been using the Risewell Hydroxyapatite toothpaste from Pink Moon. Hydroxyapatite is a nice remineralizing alternative to fluoride. So if you're fluoride averse, this is fluoride free. Particularly, I feel like if you're pregnant, postpartum, for some reason the teeth are very prone to cavities during this time. I had never had a cavity in my entire life, in baby teeth or adult teeth, until I was postpartum. I had one tiny cavity in one of my lower back teeth. I have read that it's very common, obviously, because so much goes into growing a baby, birthing a baby, feeding a baby, if you breastfeed, and just reconstituting yourself after you've had a baby, that I guess it's very common. So I felt the need to take a more active remineralizing role in my dental and bone health, I guess, generally. Yeah, but otherwise I really like this, and I had never had a problem until I developed this tiny cavity postpartum. So speaking of Pink Moon, Lynn from Pink Moon sent me a bottle of her newly launched Drops of Sunshine essential oil blend. So this is for diffusing. It's orange, mandarin red, lavender, rosemary, and cedarwood. Add 10 to 15 drops to a diffuser, or 2 to 3 drops to your ES Studio mask. Never apply to skin directly or take internally. I have not diffused, ooh, it smells really nice, essential oils in quite a long time. I do have a diffuser. I can actually see it right over here. And I do have a bunch of essential oils. It was something that I did before I had a baby. But between diffusing essential oils and using room mists and burning candles, I mean, I love all of these methods of keeping a space feeling fresh, feeling clear. So I'll definitely be giving this a try. Now that the wedding is over, I'm moving on to a zillion home improvement type of projects, really getting things organized. And 2021 is the year of making this house like a home, with like framed photos and a little bit more decorating, things that we just like haven't had a ton of time to do. But now, you know, we're kind of getting our footing as a family, and there's just a lot of projects underway. So this fits perfectly into that intention that I have for 2021, to get back into a lot of the things that I was doing before life got a little bit crazy. So a good time to shop on Pink Moon is going to be that before to after Thanksgiving window. Black Friday, she's calling it Pink Friday. She'll be upping the donations of their campaign partners, of which I am one. I'll link you to the video that I did on Pink Moon and the charitable cause of choice that I selected, the License Center, which honors my late father's academic legacy in sustainable agriculture and local food systems. So normally, if you use the code LAMOUR, 10% of your order would get donated to the License Center, but during this shopping window, it's going to be 20%. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. They're carrying some new brands as well that all look extremely beautiful. If you are a candle person, I discovered this brand Lococo Candles through Pink Moon, and I've been burning the Claire de Lune candle, and it's so beautiful. I don't know if they're carrying other scents. The Claire de Lune candle is kind of a very spring floral type of scent, but it's so nice, and I've been loving it. Okay, so this really, I thought was really sweet. This is a note from Pamela Friedman, who was the most recent guest on my podcast, Your Purpose is Beauty. Pamela Friedman is the president and CEO of CV Skin Labs, which is a company I've talked about for a long time. I love many of their products. And I had mentioned in the podcast episode that the only, I think in either the intro or the outro, I had mentioned how the only product from the line I had never tried was their Calming Moisture. So she sent me a bottle to try, along with just a really sweet handwritten thank you note, thanking me for having her on the podcast and that she hoped I enjoyed getting to try this. So I thought that was a really, really sweet gesture. I'll have that episode linked below for you if you want to go check it out. All right, let's now talk about Boxwalla. So I have several things from Boxwalla. I have their December beauty box, and then I also have a limited edition hair product box that they curated. So I'm going to actually open up these hair products. They are from the brand Antoine B, who I have heard of. I think the box is, you choose an option, I'm pretty sure. This is the Antoine B Backstage Cocktail Street Fix, the Antoine B Backstage Cocktail Editorial Fix, and the Ceramides Enriched Desert Serum, I believe. So this is described as being a lightweight serum with desert date, kukui nut, and hazelnut oils, providing a fluid and penetrating texture with vitamins, EFAs, and antioxidants to build up hair's resilience to the elements. Also has borage oil, which is rich in omega-6s. Abyssinian oils. Abyssinian oil is actually in the bathing culture body oil, which I really love. So depending on length, thickness, and texture, apply 2 to 4 drops to damp hair, focusing on the ends. If you have fine or thinning hair, avoid your roots. Can be also be used as a pre-shampoo deep conditioning treatment. So I always have a need for products like this. I put oil through the ends of my hair, or even sometimes a balm every single day, just to kind of, you know, smooth things out and keep my hair protected. So this will absolutely have a place in my routine. I've been loving the Earthwise Magical Babasu as an ends of hair oil, but this will be wonderful to try. Okay, so Street Fix is a hairspray and Editorial Fix is a hair gel. I'm very excited to try this because apart from the Intelligent Nutrients hairspray, I've never really found a hairspray in Eco Beauty that I like all that much. And the Intelligent Nutrients one isn't even very high performing at all. It never left my hair crunchy, which is why I liked it. But a lot of them are somewhat tough to use. As far as a styling gel, my favorite one is the Momy styling jelly, I think it's called. So we'll see how this one compares to that. This is described as a mineralizing and texturizing gel in a base of nettle and silica-rich bamboo. It also has rum in it, and it's meant to nourish, moisturize, smooth, and gloss out the hair. So super excited. I haven't tried any new hair products in quite a while, as like my hair is shedding everywhere while I do this video. And then the December beauty box. I don't have the little insert card in front of me, unfortunately, but there are 2 products in here from a wonderful brand, which you know because of what I just showed you, Blue Alchemy. So it's a full size of the Multi-C Serum and a new release from Blue Alchemy, the Active Relief Body Oil. So I'm going to try this right now. First time. I've heard people raving about it online, but I waited until this video to dive in. Okay, it took a while for me to get the pump working, so just bear that in mind. Ooh, okay. Whoa. It's vanilla-y, but leathery. It's really nice. I've never really smelled anything like it, but it smells like a cross between a vanilla oil and something leathery and tobacco-y almost. So I don't have any information on this in front of me except that it has holy basil, copaiba, and hinoki. Maybe that's what hinoki smells like, but to me it smells really, really leathery and tobacco-y. Nice big bottle, beautiful. It will keep people updated on how it is as a full body serum. Oh yeah, I mean, it's very, very smoothing and softening, really gorgeous. Have gone through a full bottle of this before. It was a Beauty Heroes Hero product from I think 2 years ago. I reviewed it when I did a Beauty Heroes box review, and then I talked about this more extensively in the most recent Beauty Heroes retrospective I did. I love this. It's probably my #1 vitamin C product. I really like the Lil Fox Haute C. So I think that this is actually an updated formula. So I'm looking forward to trying it and seeing how it compares to the last bottle that I went through. It actually does look to be a slightly different color. It's a little brighter than I remember it being. It even smells a bit different, but I also have that body oil down. Regardless, I think that this brand is just exceptional. It's very unique to me, and I've always enjoyed using Becky's creations, the person behind Blue Alchemy. So I'm currently using the eye oil serum. I'm going to be using the face cleanser, and I'm so excited to have these in my routine. And then a product from Live Botanical, which I think will be such a crowd pleaser. This is their Sanctuary Barrier Balm, a moisture locking blend to provide comfort against dryness. I get asked about this brand a lot. I think that there's a lot of interest in it, a lot of buzz. So I definitely need to explore it more in 2021. It's almost like how for years people were asking what I thought of Earthwise, and it just kind of wasn't the right time for me to try. And now we know how much I love Earthwise, the defining skincare brand of 2020 for me. People seem to feel similarly about Live Botanical. Look at that color, so beautiful. I've only tried a couple of things. I recently tried her oil cleanser. I liked it. I mean, it was emulsifying, so it's not exactly my cup of tea, but this is nice. It melts into like a very, very oily balm. I could see this being a really nice leave-on moisturizing mask for a bath. I've been upping my therapeutic baths because the weather's been cooler. I love to soak in the tub and listen to this live stream show that's on YouTube every week called The Same Drugs by Megan Murphy. She's the person behind the Feminist Current podcast that I discovered this year. And she does a weekly live stream show. So I'm catching up on all of her past content, somewhat controversial, just be forewarned. I just love soaking in the tub and listening to The Same Drugs with Megan and Laura. This is an essential oil free balm. Their most exclusive formula, nutrient-dense raw butters and oils plus plant-based waxes, sterols, and phospholipids work in harmony to provide sanctuary for dry, sensitive conditions. Apply as final layer in your skincare routine. Ensure the skin is damp to improve moisture function. Can also be used as a restorative night mask by applying a thicker layer, allowing a slow absorption while you sleep. Sounds like how I will be trying the product. Okay, and then I saved something extremely aesthetically beautiful for last. I was like so overwhelmed when I opened this. This is a PR package from Ranavat. Wonderful brand, again, Beauty Heroes Discovery brand. Some years ago now, I have had Michelle Ranavat, the person behind Ranavat, on my podcast, and she recently went through a rebrand, and she also released a new product, her facial polish. Let's take a moment for the green color that is this box. It is so insanely stunning. I have heard wonderful things about this facial polish. Really, really wonderful things. So this is a balm to milk creamy facial polish, gentle yet powerful. It has finely milled rice powder and nourishing almond oil, as well as adaptogenic herbs. You're meant to apply a generous layer onto dry skin and massage onto face and neck in circular motions. Suggested use is 1 to 3 times a week. So all of her products are now packaged like this. I mean, it's like a whole other level of luxe. This is the cream cleanser, my #1 cream cleanser. Absolutely love this product, especially for fall and winter if I'm feeling a little bit more dry. It's just so nice. The Hydrating Jasmine Mist. Let's just take a look and appreciate this stunning packaging. I mean, it's just truly like art. Oh, okay, so this is in all new packaging. It used to be in black bottles with like a label on it. I've gone through several bottles of her Hydrating Jasmine Tonique. I guess now she calls it the Hydrating Jasmine Mist. So it looks like this now. Ooh, the mist is super fine now. Oh my god. Okay, bye. I'm just gonna sit here like doing this all day. That is insane. Beautiful misting mechanism. I'm like blown away. Okay, and then the Brightening Saffron Serum. I believe this is the rebrand of Radiant Ronnie. I've seen photos of this online, and I mean, whoa. It's really beautiful. I mean, this feels like it belongs in like Neiman Marcus now or something. If any of those high-end department stores actually stay in business, who knows? So this has what is a very unique type of dispenser. The only other brand I've seen use this is actually Wildling. If any of you know, it's like a gua sha stone company, but they also do, or they used to do, a face serum. And it was just like this. You depress this to dispense and pick up the oil. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, oh wow. And then you click it closed and it seals this. That is some of the most innovative and beautiful packaging I've seen. I could see some critiques happening that it's clear glass. You know, I think we're so used to seeing beauty products in, you know, opaque black or white bottles. However, I think that there is a really underestimated element to seeing a visually beautiful oil, especially something like this, the color. I learned about that from Cami McBride. I have been taking her online handcrafted herbal oil making course. She talks about this, that most people put their oils into those brown amber jars or what have you, but that for her, part of the healing process of working with infused plant oils is actually the color, because they all take on these different depths of greens and reds and oranges, you know, just really deep, rich, beautiful colors. And that for her is a very healing part of using the oil. So I totally applaud this move. I just want to keep sitting here staring at this. We also know how much I have loved the Console Wand, which is a discovery for me this year. I would say stay tuned. I'm planning to do some Console Wand content with Michelle on Ranavat. Definitely make sure you're following Ranavat on social media. We'll be doing that sometime in December, and my code for 15% off your Ranavat order will be active then. If you're wanting to pick up a Console Wand, a last minute holiday gift for yourself or someone else, that will be an option. I just wanted to alert you that we're going to be working on that together, because the Console Wand was such a huge discovery for me in 2020. All right, I feel sufficiently back in my beauty groove. The brands, every beauty brand has thrown me for a loop. No one is doing their traditional holiday shopping deals. Everyone is doing things early. I'm gonna really try and make my next video my in fiore introduction to the brand type of thing that I've been promising, but their deal is currently active right now, I think through November 30th. So I'm gonna try real hard to get something up. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, you know where you can find me: Instagram at LaMouRMusique. LaMouRMusique.com. You can also sign up for my soon to be launched newsletter there. I think a lot of us are redefining how we want to communicate with people and have become very disillusioned with social media this year. I am looking to create a non-social media based way to stay in touch with people that are interested in L'Amour. So there's a little newsletter tab at the top menu bar of LaMouRMusique.com where you can put in your email and sign up for that. The first one is going to be coming out in mid-December. There's going to be playlists and content reviews and shopping deals, like timely shopping deals, like a personal note from me, what's going on Patreon, like kind of all of that centralized. It's going to be a monthly newsletter. I probably do have more announcements, and then I just looked over here and realized that I had plucked this out to show you as well. You know how much I love Surrat Auto-Graphique. I've been talking about this on Patreon for the last month, but I hadn't had an opportunity to tell you here on YouTube. If any of you are Costco shoppers, they are currently carrying Surrat Auto-Graphique liner and refill. So I'm not sure if there's a cartridge in here and a refill, or if you have to put this refill right in, but either way, $19 when this would normally be $42 at Sephora. Yeah, definitely worth it. This was a tip off to me by a follower on Instagram. We go to Costco maybe once a month on my in-laws card, and we get a very small amount of things. We get Rouse pasta sauce, we get some wine, we get cold brew coffee, a couple of other things. I get apple cider vinegar for my therapeutic baths. But yeah, I found these, I picked one up, and I'm excited because my current Surrat Auto-Graphique is pretty much dead and was really never the same after I tried to really unfortunately wash the brush tip, which I don't recommend doing. I recommend just replacing the pen every, I don't know, maybe 3 years. And just do the refills in that time. Don't recommend washing the brush tip. It will never perform the same. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna finish my orange peel tea. I'm gonna clean everything up, put everything away, and enjoy some quiet time because there's no one home but me. It is absolute bliss. All right, wishing you guys a wonderful Thanksgiving. If I don't see you before then, I'm gonna try with the Infiore video, but like, let's do this thing. I'm ready for some eggnog. I'm ready to make a pumpkin pie. I'm ready to put the tree up. It's November 14th. I was listening to Mariah Carey's Christmas album before Halloween, so let's do the thing. Bye guys.